300.
Sorry, Mike.
All right. 300.
And we got Jim Davis.
$300.
Sorry, Mike.
All right. 300.
Jim Davis is on.
And we got Jim Davis.
$300.
Oh, Steve's there?
Yes.
Hi, Steve.
We got Jim Davis.
So who we just?
Aye.
Jim Annis.
Jim Annis on there?
$300.
Oh, Steve's there?
Jim Davis.
Yes.
Jim Davis is there. Hi, Steve.
Baker's on.
Okay, we got
Dan's on, Jim Davis is on.
So who we just?
Aye.
Jim Annis.
Jim Annis on
$300.
there? Everybody's there?
Steve's there?
Okay.
Yes.
Jim Davis is there. Hi, Steve.
Baker's on.
Dan's on, Jim Davis is on.
So who we just?
Aye.
Okay, I'll call the commissioners to order. We are conducting the meeting tonight according to the governor's guidelines from last week, where a change in the law where only one member of a board is to be present at the meeting location. The others can be available by phone and can also vote by phone. So first, for the commissioners, I'll do a roll call to establish a quorum. Dave Diener,
I'm present.
Steve Burton.
Present.
Okay, so we have a quorum for the commissioners. I'll turn it over to Council Vice President Denny Carter.
I believe we have a quorum. We're going to do the roll call. Art Anderson.
Present.
Jim Annis. Jim Davis.
Present.
Jan Faker. Jan.
I think her mic's muted again.
Can you hear us, Jan?
Her mic is muted.
Casey Kraft.
Present.
Butch Kramer is abstaining from the meeting because of possible conflict of interest. Looks like we may be missing two as of now, so we do have a quorum.
How about Jan? Can Jan hear us?
And Jim Annis didn't respond.
Dan, do you have your phone on mute?
Unless he's calling me from his.
Got it, okay, I'm good
Okay,
now.
all right,
There's Jan, so we have five present,
okay.
and hopefully Jim Annis can pick us up.
Okay, on March the 17th, the commissioners and council approved a resolution offering economic incentives of $3 million for a prospective purchaser of Indiana Beach. We have been working with our attorneys, George Loy and Rick Hall from Barnes and Thornburg, as to how this money could be appropriated or could be funneled to a potential buyer. And that's the purpose of the meeting tonight, is to kind of further that along. I don't know if Rick or George want to kind of explain where we are and what the next steps would be.
I'll let Rick do that for now.
Okay, Rick?
Thanks, John and George. As John described, on the 17th, the county authorized the granting of an incentive of up to $3 million to a potential purchaser of Indiana Beach. And this $3 million would come from the county's Wind Farm Economic Development Fund. And again, this is a fund that consists of money that was paid for by the developers of wind farms in the county as a grant to the county to be used for economic development projects. So as part of the county's long-term economic development strategy, as parts of the county were developed with wind energy, these funds were provided by the developers so the county would have some resources that could be leveraged into economic development in other parts of the county. So consistent with that strategy, the council and the commissioners at their last joint meeting indicated their desire to use $3 million of that to provide an incentive to a potential purchaser of Indiana Beach. The mechanism that the county can provide that incentive is through an economic development revolving fund. So the Indiana Code allows the county to establish a revolving loan fund that can be used for one or more of the following economic development purposes. One, it hit a project that promotes significant opportunities for gainful employment of the county's residents. Two, a project that attracts major new business enterprise to the county. And three, a project that retains or expands a significant business enterprise in the county. So here with the Indiana Beach project, it would obviously promote opportunities for gainful employment of the county's residents and also attract or would retain a significant business enterprise in the county. So what this statute allows is that this fund would be created and then the county can lend out money from that fund to borrowers. And in this case, the thought is that the money, the $3 million, could be loaned out to a potential new owner of the Indiana Beach facility in the form of a forgivable loan that would be act as an incentive if they met certain covenants to continue to operate the facility. So the county is still in discussions with parties about the possibility of taking ownership of Indiana Beach, but no deals have been reached. What this resolution that the council has before it this evening would do is simply create the mechanism to provide the incentive should some agreement be reached. Benny, I'd be happy to answer any questions for you or the council or the commissioners.
Anyone have any questions? As Rick said, this would be, the first step would be the resolution establishing the revolving loan fund. And then after that, the loan agreement. And at this time, there are still some details that have not been totally worked out on the loan agreement.
Yeah, so this action by the council tonight does not approve any particular incentive to a specific owner of Indiana Beach, but rather just sets up the mechanism so in the event the county does reach satisfactory terms, that this is in place and the incentive can be provided.
So the action is on a council resolution, so I guess Denny or council members have any other questions?
So obviously,
Are you gonna read the resolution?
I think it'd be appropriate.
Yes.
Yes, let's read it.
Okay. This is the council resolution that has just been described. It's entitled, "A Resolution of the White County Council Establishing a Revolving Fund Pursuant to the Indiana Code and Approving Certain Related Matters." Whereas the White County Council, the fiscal body of White County, has previously established the White County, Indiana Wind Farm Economic Development Fund. And whereas on deposit in the Wind Farm Fund are the proceeds of certain grants provided by developers of wind-powered electric generating facilities, which funds have been provided to the county for the completion of economic development projects and other purposes which improve the quality of life in the county and thereby foster economic development in the county. And whereas the council desires to establish a revolving fund pursuant to the Indiana law to be funded from a portion of the grant funds on deposit in the Wind Farm Fund for the purpose of making one or more loans to borrowers approved pursuant to Indiana law. Now therefore be it resolved by the White County Council that, 1, the council hereby establishes a revolving fund pursuant to the law to be designated as the White County Economic Development Revolving Fund. The county may loan as are authorized by law. The Economic Development Fund shall be initially funded with grant proceeds on deposit in the Wind Farm Fund in the amount of $3 million. And the auditor of the county is hereby directed to cause such amount to be transferred from the Wind Farm Fund to the Economic Development Fund. Finally, the members of the council and the commissioners, the auditor of the county, the legal counsel of the county, and other appropriate officers of the county are hereby authorized to take all such actions and execute all such instruments as are necessary or desirable to effectuate this resolution.
Thank you, George. So obviously, council members, the first step is ours to pass this resolution. If you are interested, I would entertain a motion in that effect.
This is Casey. I will make the motion to approve resolution 2020-03.
And we have already one vote yes by Jim Annis.
Oh, he can do it now, he's on here.
Oh, he is? Okay, Jim. I'm gonna call you first then, Jim Annis.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go around the table as we usually sit. Coach Davis,
Yes.
that was Art Anderson,
Yes.
Casey Crabb,
Yes. Yes.
and Jan Fager.
Yes.
That would be 6 affirmative and no negative. So we're 6-0 in favor. So it passed.
So that fund has been established. The next step will be to finalize the details on the loan agreement. Right, Rick?
That's right, we'd have to complete negotiations with another party, and then we would come back to the council and the commissioners for approval of the terms of any deal that is reached.
So we, it will probably be at another special meeting, hopefully in the not too distant future. Any other questions from, or comments from commissioners or council members?
John,
Yes.
at that joint meeting, will the terms be made public?
Yes, yeah, it'll be a public document. Anybody else have anything? If not, we're adjourned.
Commissioners vote?
Hmm?
Commissioners vote on it?
No, that is strictly a
No, it's
council.
council.
Okay.
That was strictly a council resolution.
Be well.
I got dressed up for nothing.